What's going on, guys? Colonel Exotics here, hitting you with a new video. And I'm hoping you're excited as I am, because the other day, when I was going ready to go to my actual job, which I love that job, but anyways, no, so, guess who we found the other day? You could see her in there. Take a wild guess who that is. That, my friend, snake we lost, and we thought was lost permanently because we gave up all hope, and sure as crap, we found her. And prop you up against Blue right now. Blue is gonna get us set up pretty soon. New whole entire setup, which I can't wait for. One thing I gotta be mindful though is I gotta make sure I don't do what I did with Stitch. Which again, learn a mistake, learn from the past mistakes. So we're going to be doing a full setup with her pretty soon. And then we're going to do a bioactive for the boas. And then also do one for her as well. Let me pull out Ruby. Ruby is no longer how you saw her in the other video when we first brought her home. Ruby's a little more aggressive. And I just pulled her out for some friends. I'm not looking forward to this. So, of course, first time I actually had to use the snake hook, officially, and I don't like it. Ruby is now a little more aggressive because of being lost for so long, dehydrated and everything. I don't really want to mess with her that much, but once she's in my hand, I can have a little more grasp of her, and I can put the snake hook away and drop it. One thing to note about using, close this so I don't get tagged from behind. One thing to know about snake hook using, I've learned a little bit, is support. There is a certain part of the snake you want to make sure you support, and you don't hurt the snake. If you don't properly use the snake hook, you could actually hurt the snake. But it's a skill, it's something you gotta master, and it's also part of venom keeping. If you don't know how to use a snake hook properly in venom keeping, then don't keep venomous. Don't keep dangerous reptiles that you don't know how to care for. Don't keep a reptile at all if you don't know how to care for it. I've seen, like, in my area, I've seen so many people give up reptiles because they don't know how to basically care for them. Even with the simplest ball python. Some people have issues taking care of them. And for boas, it's another thing I've noticed too. If someone gets a small boa, they think it gets to stay small forever. No, it's going to get big at some point. And the feed's going to get even bigger. Oh, here is Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby is a black melanistic boa constrictor. As in, she is a red tail, I should say, actually. So she is part of the boa constricting family. Don't quote me on the scientific name. I can never remember any of that. But no, she's going to have a decent feed coming up pretty soon. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we can get her being who she used to be. One thing to always note about ever holding or working with a reptile, always listen to their body language, always listen for his scene, always listen for everything. Always watch, listen, and observe your reptile. And always lock up. You don't need any reptiles going after your kitties or your mice, girls, or anything like that. Locked and secure, as my title always says. But no, so always make sure you lock up your reptiles. Don't make mistakes of beginners. So. But no, let me pull out someone a little smaller.
You missed the spot.
Oh, shush. Let me pull out And we have officially named both snakes that we just got from Red Shed Reptiles, which again, huge thank you for them. They're amazing. They're doing great. We named them both already. One's Sapphire and one's Spunky. The one I'm pulling out now is Spunky, just because of the very, very amazing personality that Spunky is showing us, and which we cannot wait to take her on shows and to future breed. No, Spunky and Sapphire, which I'm not gonna pull her out. She might be doing better today.
She's evil.
My family says she's evil. She's only nailed me once. Got me yesterday. Not really too caring. But no. So, red-tailed boas. My opinion, almost easiest boa constrictor to take care of. They only get about 10 feet in length. They're from South Africa. No, South America. Sorry. South America. I believe. South Africa, South America. One of those two areas. Still tropical. So these both are tropical reptiles. They're going to need not really high humidity, but just enough humidity to feel comfortable shedding, breeding, all that fun stuff. Good large water system, water source for them. So if you get like a tub for these guys, they'll love it. They'll actually soak in it. They'll actually bathe in it. Something like, here, I'll give you guys an example really quick. Something like Apollo's you want. It's deep enough, it's big enough for at least these guys, at least for these juveniles, are still, I say, okay. In my opinion, this is still a baby. Ruby's a juvenile. She's not full size yet. So, with any of the snakes, you always want to pay attention to their personality. And I can show you why you gotta pay attention to personality, because I'll actually, you know what? Screw that. I will pull out Sapphire just because of the aggression piece. This is something me and Harley are going to work on with her, just because she is aggressive, but I think she's food aggressive. So we're going to test that out when we do feedings on Friday. So, and we're not doing feedings today. We're going to have a little talk about the reptiles. And we will go live later. So be on the lookout for that, guys. No. So this is Spunky. My family wanted to name other things like Spunk. What was one that my family really liked? Get her off my fingers. Champagne something along champagne. I don't know, but so here's Sapphire. Again, she's not doing it now. And I talked to the breeder. That bump, something's shipping. So that's going to go away in a couple of sheds. So, again, Red Shed Reptiles, thank you for these snakes. Huge shout out. I'll link them down below again. Go check them out. I don't think he has anything right now, but if you talk to him, he will most likely try to help you out and get you a reptile that you truly desire. So, but no. So this is Sapphire. So yeah, if you see the bump, that's going to go away in a couple of sheds. We're going to give her a couple of soaks and whatnot. Same with Spunky. And then along with Ruby. Ruby is going to be a fun one to work with again. I can't wait to work with her. So, again, guys, and this is kind of because I've been seeing a lot of this lately. Don't get a reptile that you think you can take care of, or you know you can take care of, but later on you find out you can't. It always comes down to financing. And if you can't finance it in, and you can't finance in their food, because this is one thing I always have to do, is I'll look into a reptile and look at the future feeds for like bunnies and rabbits, or not rabbits, bunnies and rabbits, the same thing. So rabbits and pigs, they're going to be roughly about almost $20 for one. So that's just rough estimating it. And for the rats, I can do rats, but later on they need a full meal. So it just comes down to a case of if you can actually take care of the reptile, you can actually give the care that a reptile desires and needs, and just showing the love of a reptile and having them understand that you're there to take care of them. You're there to help them grow and become old and gray. Don't mind him. Or her, sorry.
Just local vet.
Well, yes, local vet, but still trying to get the certification. So, but no. This is Sapphire. So, sorry for going rambling. So, roughly about, for these guys, you're going to want, in my opinion, a large enclosure. So, you're going to want probably a 120 or just pushing it, a 150. Eventually, all my snakes are going to have a quite large, so if you go over to Chandler has Chandler Wildlife, they have a really large King Cobra exhibit for their snake Kevin, and I believe that's a 400 gallon something. I don't know. I want to say 400. I wasn't really paying attention too much about it because I just thought it was cool. So with any large snakes, you're going to want to do a large enclosure. So in my opinion, for boas or any kind of boa, you're going to want probably, in my opinion, again, I'm saying opinion a lot, 350-ish enclosure. Is it 350 gallon enclosure? Unless you're breeding, then you're doing a snake rack. But yeah. So yeah, no, that's everyone. So we got Ruby back, which is awesome. We're gonna be feeding her up. We're gonna fatten her up again. She was at a healthy weight when we got her, so her escaping somehow doesn't help, and I hated it. I hated every minute of it because that was my fiance's dream snake, and I beat myself up for it almost every day because my dream snake was not even here yet. So yeah, and of course my dream snake is the venomous snake. So we're gonna wait to do that. So yeah, no, guys, if you want to stay tuned for the next one, please like, subscribe, and share, and turn on the notification bell if you want to see more videos in the future. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Keep it wild. Peace out.